So today I wanted to show you about Google My Business, because that's a Google asset, and Google's really pushing the Google My Business stuff hard. They'd rather you stay within the Google kind of universe than leave, which is why they'll always give you those little clips at the top. In fact, let me just go on the screen and I will demonstrate. Let's look. Let's jump onto the screen, see if this works. There we go. Okay, so let me jump into Google. So I'm going to show you what a Google My Business listing looks like. So, for example, if we type Newport electrician, and that is going to bring up these. Okay, now these things here are Google My Business listings. Okay, now if we're going to type in, for example, Newport electrical services, Newport electrical services, that would, in theory, here we go, bringing up in this little, I think they call it the knowledge box. That would bring up this, all about the particular company that we're talking about. So if it's a general broad term, they'll give you the map with the 3 results, okay, the snack pack, as they call it. But if it's a specific business name, it will bring up this thing here, where you can where you can look at reviews and things like that. You can ask them questions and all of that jazz. Now, if you haven't got that for your business, then you definitely need to add it, as we're going to be doing today. But if you do find electricians Newport, that is what this little thing is, this snack pack, this 3-pack. So if your business isn't there, it's probably one of 2 things. It's you haven't got one, or it's not optimized. So like I said, if you type in your business name, you should come up. So what we'll do is we're going to type in Jackson Electrical Services Limited, and I've noticed it's change the spelling of Jackson, which we don't want. And they have not got the snack pack. They haven't got the Google My Business set up. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay, so if you want your Google My Business, if you have one, if you want it to rank higher, there are going to be tips in this video now that will help you with that, but I'm going to do another session separately all about that. So if you do have your Google My Business already, keep watching, you may find some tips. Okay, so first off, I'm going to type in Google My Business. Okay, and we are going to click on that. Step 1, you're going to need to manage now. Oh, actually, I'll give you another quick little tip. I know I'm jumping all over the place. This is the nature of live video, I guess. Let me show you what happens if it does come up with your name, with your business name, and if it does come up with your business and you don't actually own it. Okay, so I'll click on this corner cut. Let's have a little look. Okay, now you see where it says own this business. That means they haven't taken this this business listing. Okay, so if you do own the business, just click on it and it will take you to Google My Business. Now, if you've typed in, maybe you're a new business or something, so you can hit manage now. Now, if you've typed your business name in and it's not showing, that is when you need to go to google.com or to go to Google and type Google My Business, and then you'll get this thing, and then you can click on Manage Now. Let's drag this onto this screen. Okay, so find and manage your business. So like I said, check if your business is there. We know that it isn't, so I'm going to do add your business to Google. Okay, business name, Jackson Electrical Services Limited. Okay, now this I'm doing this on behalf of somebody else, my friend Neil. Do you want to add a location customers can visit, like a shop or an office? No, because he goes to them. Okay, so this doesn't show the location on the map as somewhere they can visit. Where do you serve your customers? So you can list areas below. You can add more later as well. So let's put Ebervale. We'll put Newport. We'll just do those two for now, just because I know that we do those. But I'll add those. I'll add some more later. Business category. Electrician. You can change it and add more later, as it says. Okay, so now I need to just dig out all of his details. So we're going to pop to his website and add those now. So you can see it's all been fairly straightforward. You just go to Google and look for your business name, and if it's not there, that's basically it. So you just add it. So let's get his address and everything. There we go. So I'm going to get this landline number. Okay, and we're going to pop that there. And the current website URL, we're going to copy that. Because if you type House Rewire Newport, you're going to see this guy's website all over the place, because that's something I've helped him with. If you need help with your online visibility, you know who to see. Would you like to receive communications with personalized tips and recommendations? I would say yes, because they can update you on things. They can let you know if there's anything wrong. So that'll just go to the email that you're signed in with currently. Okay, so finish and manage this listing. So you hit finish, and it's going to ask us to actually confirm that we really own the business, okay, which is actually quite sensible, because you see the one that I went to before, the hairdressers, where it said claim this business. Well, what if you were their competitor? You could claim it and then say they'd close down. So what they do is they send actually a postcard. Sorry for bashing the microphone there. They send a postcard, and in that postcard is a load of info, including a verification number. I will cover mine up on that one, but and that's how you verify. So it comes to your actual physical address, which is great. So what we need to do is just get his address from here. I'm just going to copy all of that, and I'm going to pop it into this, and we will just cut that. And an interesting thing about this, the way that you put your address now is very important, because if this is to do with your rankings and things later on, if later on, for example, how it's written street, STREET, if later on, if you put say you add your business to Yelp or various other directories, if you put it as just that, Google will see this as a different address. So all of those references to you, those citations that we call them, they are not going to count. Okay, so however you write it here is how you need to write it everywhere forever. Okay, so that's the address that we're telling it to verify to. You can't use a post. You can't use a PO box. Okay, so it's going to go to Jackson at that address, and I've put my name on it just so they know it is for my reference. Sometimes, if they've already got it, if they've already got the, where it said claim this listing and it already has a phone number on, sometimes you can tell it to phone you, and it will give you a code over the phone. So that's quite handy if you're there and that number is correct. So once you've told it, okay, go for that, and it says here pending verification, it's going to say, hey, let me show you around, complete your listing. So, for example, here we are on complete your listing. It's 40% complete. Okay, and when it comes to putting up these 3 packs, like I showed you before, there are a few things at play. The main ones, first off, it will usually give preference to the closest result to you on the map, because it knows where you are. Secondly, if your listing is complete and has description, logo, photos, hours, reviews, things like that, lots of stuff going on. That will really, really help boost it up. And thirdly, references to your Google My Business address and to your actual profile from other websites really helps. So you can link to that from your website, from your social media accounts, and you can get other people to mention your links as well. So as well as getting other people in their websites to mention your website, your web address, getting that backlink, getting a backlink to your Google My Business really, really, really helps as well. If you need help with that, that's what I do. Okay, so I'm just going to pop the hours in. This is pretty kind of basic stuff now. It's you just click around and just add stuff as you feel necessary. So currently it's got us down as closed every day, so we're just going to change that to being open every day. And I'm sure he will not appreciate getting a phone call at 3 in the morning. But if somebody's power's gone, they do emergency stuff, so apply. We can always go back in and change this later. He may, for example, if you're a vet and you suddenly decide you do want to offer 24-hour stuff, you can change it, but then you think, oh, it's not for me. You can always change it back. So it's showing there's no business location that customers can visit. That's correct. Service areas, we can look on a map. We can add that later on. In fact, I think we've got some on his website already. Yeah, look, Newport, Merthyr Tydfil, Abergavenny. So let's add a couple of those now, just for fun times. Abergavenny was one of them, wasn't it? Abergavenny, Merthyr Tydfil. My brain, as soon as I go off the tab, I forget what it said. Newport, Merthyr Tydfil, Caerphilly, Cardiff, Pontypool. Okay, so this is now suddenly becoming an even more boring video. It's me typing. Okay, Caer, Caerphilly. What else did we have? Cardiff, Pontypool, Cardiff, Pontypool, Cardiff, Pontypool. Okay, let's leave it at those for now. Show me how many was left. Did we have any more? Cumbran. Oh, we'll add that one as well. We'll add that one to Cumbran. And then what I'll do is I'll say to I'll give the app for this. I'll give the login and the app for this to Neil and his Mrs. Terry. Hey, and I'll show you what the app actually looks like. Now there is a Google My Business app. See, is it gonna log in? There we go. That little app there with the little house and the little doodah on there. That is what it looks like, and you can post things on there, little updates as you go along, and it's pretty smart. It's really handy. You can let people know about special offers for the first time they use you, things like that. Okay, so you can also do special hours. For example, you might only be open certain hours over Easter or something, anything like that. If they book appointments somewhere else, maybe use a separate booking service, you can add that there. You can add products, you can add a service. The service thing, I'm pretty sure... Oh, there we go, look. It's suggesting things. So, yes, we can do earth wire installation. Yes, electric car charger installation. That's one of the things we've optimized his site for. Fan installation, yes. Light fitting installation. Fan repair, not so much. Unless it's a big fan, I guess, but light fixture repair, all of these. Panel repair. What's panel repair? Panel replacement or upgrade. Let's just say yes anyway. Power remodeling. Yes, he does those. Security systems. Yes, yes, yes. Add custom service. Let's do house rewire. Has it just added that? Add custom service. Oh, there we go. Fuse board upgrade. I know he does that. Does those rather. Fuse board upgrade. Okay, and we can add more of these later on as well. Okay, so let me do apply. Now the key thing, like I said, is to get this 100% filled in. Okay, so we do apply. That's done. So now we just hit back. Now electrician, We're going to go back into that, actually. I've just spotted something, a potential thing that we've missed. So, under the category of electrician, what can he do? We've got that. But then if you do add another category, okay, let's type maybe electrical engineer. I don't think he is an electrical engineer. You can't make up your own categories. That's one thing you can't do. You need to kind of fall underneath what they're suggesting. So, electrical installation service. That's a good one. Because that's something somebody might type. They want something installing. So we'll go with that. That's great. Let's hit apply and then let's click back. Okay, now all the areas that you cover, that's probably going to update later on. This shop code, labels, they don't really do a lot from what I can tell. Shop code definitely. Yeah, it's just organising business locations. So if you've got multiple locations, maybe you're like the British Heart Foundation charity shop, you're going to have loads of those. So you need ways of labelling those. So that's nothing that the public sees or can search through. So add business description. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump onto the website, and I'm going to go to About Us, and I'm going to grab some of the info from there. Okay. And this is an opportunity to include some of your keywords. Okay, you've got 750 characters to use up. I recommend you use as much of that as you can. Try not to stuff the keywords in too much. So let's just copy that. Let's go over here, paste that. Local electricians in Newport, Gwent. In Newport, and we've already so we're just going to change that for both domestic and commercial applications. Let's put that. I do know that he is EIEIO. No, he's NIC certified. So we're going to include that, okay? Because somebody might type NIC contractor. Okay, so I'm just going to apply that for now. We've not filled it out 100%. I can always go back to it. But I guarantee, I mean, good enough is good enough. And if it's better than everyone else in the area, then, you know, you're going to win. So amenities, I don't know what these are. I think these are things like if you're a venue. So, yeah, it figures out from your business category. So, for example, if you're a cafe, it might say wheelchair accessible here, okay, but because he's a service business, it's offering online scheduling, which we don't have, and it's not women led, so that's not something that we're going to do, because Neil is a chap. Add opening date. Ooh, I'm gonna have to get back on that one. I'm gonna have to find out about that one, and I'm gonna add some photos. In fact, for opening date, I'm going to put 2019, I think. Yeah, we'll do that in a minute. So, there's different spaces you can put your pictures. There is overview. There's video, which we do have some videos actually. Video. That's interesting. It's hosted on Facebook currently, so that's not the best. At work, team, and identity. Okay, so I'm just going to click up here to add photos, and I'm I'm going to open up my Finder. Let's go over here so that you're not looking at everything on my computer. And I'm going to have a little look for Jackson, because I just happen to have some photos here on this computer. He said hopefully. Okay. So I'm going to grab these and drop them in. I'm going to drop that in. Let's see what we've got. So we've got some photos there. I would recommend adding loads. But now we can choose what we're going to use for a logo. I don't think he has a logo as it happens. We just kind of use this background image. So I'm definitely going to save this image though, this NIC EIC. I just want to save that to my desktop for now. NIC EIC Certified Electrician Newport. Now see what I've done is I've named the image the keyword that I'm going after. That's an important little tip. And it hasn't really got a logo that I've seen. No, let's jump onto the Facebooks. Jackson Electrical Services Limited Facebook. Now, interestingly, I mean, like most people, if it's your business, you're going to have all of your stuff handy. You're going to have all of your images and everything. You'll know where all your images are, hopefully. So let's just upload that. Oh, it wants to, because it's for a logo, it wants to make it square. Oh, that's horrible. Let's see what they've got for their Facebook logo. Currently some stairs with lights on. That's not ideal, I'll be honest with you. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to cancel that, and for the logo we'll just set one of the other images that we've already got. I think that is fair. Let me just close this window over here, it's slowing everything down. So let me cancel that. I'm going to do logo over here again. Let's go to albums. I've already got some uploaded. Scrapbook. Let's choose this one and we will pick part of it. That'll do for the logo for now, just while we get sorted out. And then for the cover we'll use this other one. Okay, so for your cover photo, let's drag over. In fact, before I drag it over, I'm going to rename it because it had that horrible long name that Facebook gives it. So Jackson Electrical Services Limited logo. Okay, so people don't search for necessarily for Jackson Electrical Services Limited, but it's telling me what it is. It's quite clear as to what it is. So video, we're going to add videos later. Again, Google loves video because they own YouTube, so definitely add video at your earliest convenience. And lots of at-work photos, team photos, and again, like identity, like branding and stuff, that's covered here. Everywhere it's saying verify, you're currently unverified. That's because you need the postcard that's going to come. So that is that done. So we're going to leave the photos and everything now. And I think, apart from me adding users, so I'm going to add the users of Neil and Terry, so I'll do that when we're not live streaming. Apart from that, we're done, and that was pretty painless, I'd say. Let's go back to the home, to like the home page, and let's double check. Okay, welcome to Google My Business. Yes, we've already done that. Okay. So here it's saying businesses like yours are posting. So it's suggesting that you post, that you do create a post. So why not? You know, people regularly posting is a good idea. And this is going to show you actually the different kinds of posts. So that's worked out okay. So what's new? Your post will show up on Google Search and Google Maps, once your verification is completed. And Google actually creates you a website as well, so that's quite nice as well. So if you don't have a website and you don't want to see somebody like me about one, you can use a Google created one. So you can do what's new as an announcement. You can also do an event. You can do an offer, which is good. For example, you can have a start date and an end date, give it a description and add more details. Okay, you can give voucher codes, things like that. You can announce a new product if that's something relevant for your business, whether that's a haircut, a treatment, a cake, you know, or a winter health check for your car, whatever it is that's relevant for your business. So I'm going to do what's new, and I'm going to wallop up the NIC EIC business. We haven't got a photo for that actually, so let's quickly put that up. Save image as NIC EIC. Yeah, I remember us typing this. Didn't we do that? Newport. Either way, I've got it now, and I'm just going to drag that in here. It may say that the picture's too small. Let's see what happens. Always better to use a large image. Okay, so we are NIC EIC certified. You can add a button, which is nice, so you can do learn more, and you can put a link to your website. Okay, so that encourages people to pop along and learn more. For some reason the photo isn't doing what we wanted it to, so let's see if it's uploaded in here. Can I drop that image into this? Probably not. I need to click on the upload, I reckon. Yeah, that's just opened it in the browser. Okay, so let's do this create post, because I've lost where I was. Now, when it says latest customer photos, that's when other people can post to your profile. Some people freak out with that, but it's much better that they do it in your yard, let's say. It is better if they can do that in an environment that you control. So you can't restrict what they do and don't post. You can get in touch with Google and say this isn't fair what they've posted or something like that. So you do have that, but more importantly, you can actually respond to anything that people put on there. Okay, so it's much better that they bring it to you, where you can respond to that, rather than it being on their own Facebook and you don't know that people are talking about it. Okay, yeah, it's saying the size of the image is too small. There we go. So let me just get this bigger NIC EIC image. Make a post stand out with a photo. Select a photo from... I'm not going to drag it in, I'm just going to just select it. There we go. NIC. We are NIC EIC certified domestic installers. Click to learn more. Wow, my typing has just really gone out the window. Okay, and you can even preview what it's going to look like. Okay, it's not the best picture in the world. I can always change it later. I just wanted to quickly show you kind of what it looks like. Okay, so let's see what else. You can Now, when you've got the app, people can message your page, and it'll pop up on your app, and then you can respond to them there and then. So, especially with something like being an electrician, you want to jump on that opportunity of those inquiries quickly. If you're the only brain surgeon of your kind in the country, you can take your time getting back to people. But if you're like the rest of us, where there's other people vying for the same work, then it's really in your interest to respond quickly. Okay, so what else have we got? This custom at you at your business email address, that's for G Suite. They're trying to sell you that. You may or may not want that. And get full access. Again, it's receive instant alerts when people leave reviews, send messages, and more with the Google My Business app. They really want you to get the app, so why fight it? Get the app. And the other thing they want you to do is create ads on Google AdWords. There are good times for this and bad times for this. I'm super more than happy to talk to you about that if you have any questions or anything. One good example of when these ads are helpful is when you're doing click to call. So especially when people are on mobile, and you can just do click to call, those are super cheap to run, those kind of ads, as long as you do good targeting, and as long as things like your website is up to scratch, and as long as your other things are up to scratch. Alright then, so anyway, back to the full screen. So that's kind of how easy it is. I mean, it's taken me 40 minutes with a lot of faffing around, a lot of explaining, to be honest. 10 minutes. If you've got all the info, especially if it's your business, that'll take you 10 minutes to get that done. Then remember, watch out for the postcard thing that's coming with your code. Alert anyone who may throw it away thinking it's advertising stuff. I would definitely, get that verified as soon as you can. And like I said, if you're claiming a listing that already exists and it has a phone number on it, you can actually claim that listing often with a phone call. So that's pretty handy, because then it will be live straight away instead of waiting, like 4 days for it to arrive or whatever. So yeah, any questions you've got, please pop those down below. It's been totes emosh, as the kids say. Please, stay tuned for more stuff like this. And I think I'm going to stop nattering and I'm going to go. So I will catch you again another time. Thanks for watching. Cheers.